Okay, everyone, Babylon here. Uh, Today we're going to be doing uh, Resurgence. Resurgence is a biomass deal. You have to go out and find some bio. It's not that hard of a mission, but apparently I made it more difficult on myself, which you'll see here soon enough. But yeah, it I don't know what else you can say about it, other than it reminds me of another quest we did, which should have made me think about what I was looking for on that second spot, but I didn't think about it. And why not spending quite a bit of time doing stuff? And yeah, it's there, man. But we did quite a bit of resources. Uh, we're going to have to make a lot more ammo, preferably. I think I'm going to have to go with armor piercing. Explosives is kind of expensive to make with shotgun shells and stuff, but yeah, I mean it's worth it on certain creatures, especially the scorpions. Uh, but yeah, I was gonna make some incendiary rounds, and try those out on the polar bears and see if that does more damage or what. But it doesn't seem like it does. But other than that, I think I'm gonna have to go back to using the bow quite a bit for a while until I get enough gunpowder built up. As you can see, we got quite a bit of stuff going. I got to make some more health stuff and stuff like that. But here before long, I might do some farming so we start making some better foods, especially for handling the winter and the desert areas and stuff. That gives us kind of a buff for that stuff. I'm sorry my voice is kind of sounding strange there, but it's it's early in the morning. You know, I probably should wait a little while before I try to do this, but I'm going to get it knocked out. I want to get back to practicing with some of the stuff on as far as editing and stuff goes. But I need to get this one done and knocked out. This was the last video for the day anyway, or for the night, or day, night or day, whichever one you want to call it. But yeah, it's you can see we got quite a bit of cement stuff made and everything. We got to make some bunch of beams and stuff for another mission anyway. Had to look that up. I couldn't figure out why I couldn't get up high enough to it, and finally figured it out. But I think right now we're going to do Resurgence here and get that knocked out, and then we'll go up to the next one up,
This
which I
one's
think
for
will be
Cenetai. They want it
Spirit
done.
level. I think is what they call
Cenetai
it.
pretty much
Is the
runs
next one in line.
space.
If you notice, I'm
So
trying to
you're
stay
smart
with
to
the
do them a
lines
favor.
that were on the chart, how one's before or after the other. I don't know if that has. I don't know if you want to jump around and stuff like that, but it's just you know kind of crazy about how it's all set up and everything. The only thing I can really tell is that apparently humans screwed up and screwed the planet up. As well, you should expect that. Humans are kind of stupid, aren't we? But yeah, it it's a crazy game here, man. Yeah, I should have done these missions a long time ago. Some of them are quite fun. Some of them can be frustrating, but they still be fun to do. And not only that, you get to unlock some rewards, like the sandworm building pieces from base building, which I don't know if I'm gonna be able to farm those sandworms enough in order to build enough pieces to build anything. But I came up with an ideal for the desert oasis area. I'm thinking I'm going to just go ahead and build like a little village type thing where everything is separated up. You're separate like a shop for a bakery, a separate shop for armory, uh, fabricating, stuff like that, agricultural and stuff. And then of course have a big main house. But that's what I'm thinking about doing. I mean, I got the homestead stuff. I might as well try using it and make it see how it turns out. Uh, but I do know that there's a lot of things I haven't done. I got the DLCs and everything all together, so there's a lot of that stuff that comes with it. Like the homestead stuff. But and I think there's a couple of decor stuff that comes with it too. But or outside of homesteading. But so I'm gonna probably be trying that stuff out too, and kind of mix it up and see what's what and what it looks like, and come up with an ideal for a base design or something. But but that's going to be going on next week or so. Like I said, there's a lot of I'm wanting to use up my resources so I don't have near as much to transfer over. And now I did go and pick up all the windmills, the deep ore drills, got all that stuff picked up, got all the electrical wiring picked up, so that way there ain't near as much data that has to be spawned in with it. Up to this section anyway. I still got the platinums, the silica, the oxide, the two uh, coppers up north, plus the titanium up north. And that's only because I haven't moved over into the desert yet. Once I move into the desert, I got plenty of drills to set up on deep ore mines and stuff like that. But that's for a later time there, which I'll probably show all that because the I want to show both kinds. I want to make the vein deep bore deep ore vein spots with the regular one you can make in the game and the one out of the workshop and show you the difference between the two. The one in the workshop is just way much better. You can select it to something that you want to find and then turn around and it'll actually uh, tell you how close you are to one. If there's one in the area. You know, if there's not one in the area, it's not going to pick it up, which saves you a lot running around, especially the one in the game doesn't show you what type of resource it is. It just shows you there's one here, and you have to run over and look to see what it is, and then mark it, and so that way you know that you already been to that one, and then go until you find another one. There is a Icarus Intel interaction map that shows all where all the veins are and all that stuff. I do have that. It shows the caves, the oils, all that now. So I was checking some of that out and come to find out that I should have been using that a long time ago. It saved me a whole bunch of trouble. Only deal is it doesn't tell you what resource it is. I guess it's random because I know in the one spot I built there's two of them on the same lake, and each time I spawned in it was something different. So but it does show you where they're at on the map so you can get to them. But the only way you're going to find out what it is actually get to it, or have that deep vein ore detector from the workshop. That way you can just go straight to what you need to if there's one in the area. But like I said, that's for a later video. Now this mission here is lengthy. I had to speed it up because the biggest problem was I have a big section there that's just fast forwarded through because I was looking for that second deal, and you'll see what I mean. I made the assumption of something, and it cost me in the long run. It cost me a lot of time. But then I had to cut out a big section getting over to the last spot. If not, the video would have been almost an hour and 45 minutes long. But yeah, like I said, I'm still trying to figure out how transitions work and all that stuff, and hopefully be able to get it in there. I can't believe that stuff is still there and repairable. On top of that, I thought it would be completely destroyed by now with all the storms and everything that came in. But I don't know if it doesn't 100% destroy everything or not. You know, it just weakens it. But you see the health down on it was down to 40, so maybe one more storm would have finally destroyed them altogether. Now getting up here, it's kind of chaotic here. I think. But man, build something up here. Look at the view you'll have all the way around it. But yeah, and I'm gonna also be when I get over there. It depends on what the resources are on those veins. I'll probably use that new thumper they got that changes that, but you'll have to fight a boss on it when you activate it. I guess it's a land shark or something like that, or sand shark or something. Some kind of worm. It's like a worm anyway. But that I can take it. I know I can. Yeah, I'm tough like that. Here I am working my way around it, trying to think of what I should be looking for. But that's when I kind of glimpsed, saw something I should be looking at, and went and found what we were looking for in this location. But yeah, I don't know how the story's going to end. I've seen the videos of fighting the queen and all that stuff, but yeah, like this right here, this wasn't here before. And I keep that in
Good.
mind. That's what I was
Fine.
looking for in this
I
area
never seen
here.
one
Now,
of
when I get
those
to the next
before.
area,
Maybe
I was doing
terraforming
the same
didn't
thing.
wipe
I was
out
looking for
everything
that.
in this area
I was looking
after
for
all.
something like this right here, either on land or in the water, and it cost me quite a bit of time uh, tracking through all that stuff to find it. But finally found it anyway. But kind of frustrated. It's a good thing I'm doing a voiceover instead of communicating in. If not, y'all would have heard a bunch of swear words. But I was swearing myself. I wasn't swearing the game. I was just swearing myself for thinking that. But yeah, it's good to go, man. I mean, the game is fun to play. I mean, you don't have to do the missions. I do know that because man, I've played it for a long time without doing hardly any of the missions. I just got so into building and freaking get hunting, resource gathering, and stuff like that, and learning the mechanics of the game. But I do know I need to work on my building skills to build more fancier stuff. I've seen some of those videos. Some of them guys, I don't. Oh man, I'm telling you, they got some crazy built stuff going. But I'm gonna try to do something cool, I guess, eventually. I mean, I think not in this one here. I'm gonna think this character here. I think when he's done with this one here, he is going to go into sticks, but he's not going to be recorded other than what he does for base building or something. But that's nor here or now though. That's later on in the future. But yeah, you can see I was looking everywhere. Nighttime comes by. Now I do pause it and let the daytime come back so it'll be easier to see. But that light it only gives off so much light. And after this, I made the battery powered one so that way if I did go underwater, the light would be underwater as well. Unfortunately, with the biomass, it it goes out when you go underwater, so you won't be able to see anything underneath it. But which I didn't dawn on me. This is how stupid this old man is. You got an oxygen tank, and I thought you was going to drown if you stayed underwater very long. So I always went down in the water and came right back up, thinking I was going to drown. And come to find out, my dumb ass didn't think about that. Well, you're wearing an oxygen tank, which means you can't breathe the atmosphere, so you'll be able to have oxygen underwater. But and I just figured that out here, so down here swimming around trying to find that plant life. And when you'll notice too, when I do finally do get to it, you'll notice that earlier in the video I ran past that like 3, 4 times, which was frustrating for me. I think that's the part of the reason why I was cussing myself so bad. You know, I try to stay attention to particulars in the game, and turn around. I just overlooked that altogether because I was so focused on plants, trying to find that big vein going. Now I left it fast forwarding through all this because I wanted to show you how much time has passed going through that. Now this is set at 5 times speed, and you figure that if it's back to normal speed, how long I spent running around that one little area there. And it shows you there, that just because you played the game don't mean you know everything, right? But I try to do all this without looking at videos. And now I did finally find this without seeing the video, but it's yeah. I rather try to figure it out firsthand myself before I do that. That way the game is still, I don't know how you want to say it, challenged. You know what I mean? Have some kind of challenge. But when I finally do give up on something, trust me, I tried to figure something out, like everything you could possibly think of that I can think of anyway before I go look at a video to do it. But luckily they're out there, so you can progress and keep going. But like I said, I just try not to. Usually, like something like I was addicted to No Man's Sky for a long time. Then I started watching videos, and all of a sudden, some guy showed a deal about tubing, and I thought, "Are you kidding me?" And it started working. Then after that, it just kind of like ruined the game for me. I just can't get back into it. Same thing with Fallout 76. Now, me and several of my friends, we could play that like you wouldn't believe. But Podesta was screwing stuff up, taking away the legacy weapons and stuff like that. I mean, it had its own little like economy type thing going in trade, which was fun. But then they just did away with all that legacy stuff, and it just irritated me. Now, and that's the reason why I quit playing it altogether. But I love the Fallout series. You know, that was just hands down all good game until Fallout 76. You know, hopefully they can save it. I hope with their next one comes out. But I don't know. Hopefully Microsoft will keep them straightened out. So I hope anyway. Now you see the area I'm in right here now. Back in here looking for it now. I'm looking towards the mountain, looking for those vines. They're going up the side of the mountains or something. Nothing. Start checking plants out. Make sure there's no interacting action going with them other than just a harvest. But yeah, this part was aggravating. You know, but it is what it is, man. I mean, it was still a good quest. I mean, I enjoyed doing it anyway. It's just like this one little section every once in a while. There's part of the game that gets you frustrated, especially when you realize you were assuming something and then come to find out that you shouldn't have been assuming. Especially afterwards, you uh, remember certain things about the previous quest that you should have probably thought about this time. You should have known it would have been something like what we're about to see here. Right there it is. Instead of looking for a plant, I should have been looking for an animal. And I ran past this, I don't know how many times, man, but three, four times I ran past it from both
There's
sides.
rumors that exotics can
And it was
affect
right here
living
the whole time.
organisms.
And right there you can see
But
me turning like
this,
that. Yeah, I was cussing myself.
I don't even know what to call this.
Right there.
But you got what you came for.
Now, next section here, we have to run down here to the Arctic zone. And here's another assumption. According to the picture, the guy's standing there in the dark with a lantern. I thought he was inside of a cave, so I was looking for the cave the whole time instead of where we did find the last part, biosample. So it's weird how you can assume on something and then realize later that you shouldn't have been assuming it at all. You know what I mean? But that's me. I mean, what can I say? You know, I've always made life hard on myself anyway. No sense in stopping now, right? But yeah, we're fixing to take off here in a heartbeat. Now, at this point, I did run to the base to get ammo and fix my rifle. You know, wasn't paying attention to that before I started the quest. I should have fixed it before I started it. But you'll see here in a minute, my rifle will be fixed when we're at the desert zone. See it? You'll see that here in just a minute. I just go around just shooting everything, man. Those rifles, and there's our folder there, and you see the rifles now fixed. And this bear here, I'm glad the armor was repaired, because I guarantee you if it wasn't, he probably would have destroyed the armor and killed me right there. You'll see another spot too where I'm fighting a scorpion. For some reason, it wouldn't let me back up for some reason. I got to a certain point and I couldn't go back any further. And when was all said and done, there was nothing behind me, so I don't know why it would stop me from moving backwards. But he was able to tank through it, though. And back into the Arctic. But like I said earlier, I mean, I do like the scenery of it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what y'all's favorite area is, so if y'all want to leave it in the comment, let me know what y'all's favorite area is. Because I guarantee you, I mean, you can build anywhere in this game, but I mean, like in the you can build in the desert and in here, but you have air conditioning, you have heaters, you know, in caves you have dehumidifiers and stuff like that to prevent cave sickness and stuff. But so they made it pretty acceptable to you can build anywhere you want to build. But like I said, the wind, it all depends on resource gathering and stuff like that. In the forest, it's real easy because you got all those trees, all that bushes, and all that fruit and stuff. You get over here into this or the desert, that stuff becomes a little bit more less available. You know, it's like for a long time I thought you had to cut down the palm trees. I didn't realize you'll get wood from cactus, but you also get sap and fiber from them too. So you know, it kind of made it go a little easier in the desert. But yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying it so far. It's just I just question myself why I didn't just go ahead and play these those missions all together from the beginning there. But then again, I get sidetracked too. You know, I did all these in one weekend, but the rest of the week I was just running around farming, doing what I normally would do in the game instead of actually playing the missions and stuff. But I do need to make a long video and try to do some different things with editing and stuff like that. And make a video. See, I don't understand how I missed that. That should have been like a one-shot kill deal. But, but those polar bears, man, they are some tough creatures to fight. And they hit very hard too, you know. But only reason I don't like, really, the reason I don't like the Arctic area is that bright white look. I mean, half the time you can't, if you're looking the wrong way, you can't hardly, well, at least I can't hardly see anything that's written in white. You know, it's just, if it doesn't come up on that gray or that blue sky area up there, I probably couldn't really read what it is or what it says. But, and we're about to get ready to start showing you my assumption too. The only good thing is I did find some exotics, you know, so that's cool. That's always cool to add exotics to your pool there. I need to get the animals unlocked in the workshop. That's going to take a lot of exotics to do. Then bring them down. Well, you can get, well, I was thinking about needing cows for milk, but you can get milk from soybean. But I do know I'm going to have to wind up with at least 2 more, maybe 3 more deep freezers, because when I get to that farming deal where I start making these other meals, I will farm each thing and keep a stack of 100 in the refrigerator at all times to cook with. But well, if it's biodegradable, if it's not biodegradable, it goes into the kitchen bench. But yeah, I mean, it's all cool. I mean, I enjoy doing all this stuff. Like I said, but sometimes, like I said, I get so sidetracked. So like this right here, I was right there where I needed to be at and didn't see it. And then I came out. That's when I started going looking for the cave. That was so it wasn't as frustrating as the other one, but I was still disappointed with myself. I should have just went ahead and went down in there and ran through it anyway, and I didn't. If that was the case, though, it would have been done by now, huh? I don't know why I have such issue dodging, you know, especially the polar bears or the bears, because they do with that lunge attack, and you should be able to dodge left or right to be avoided. But I still take hits. I don't know if it's something in the settings for character movement or what. So if y'all know, just let me know. Or if you do a video that shows you how to dodge that stuff, let me know in the comment section down there. I would appreciate that. But most videos I watch is just straight gameplay. It's not tutorial or anything. I seem to enjoy that more. And here's where I'm fixing to have an issue. Backing up here, and just stop backing up. I suppose I stop backing up, for some reason I won't go back any further. And then when I turn around, I don't see anything there that would stop me from backing up, other than that ledge. But you should have just fell off the ledge, right? But here I go looking for that cave again. And that's something I'm gonna have to get used to again when I start off with a new character on sticks. That resource gathering takes forever, especially when chopping down wood, because you have to pick up all the pieces instead of having it automatically deposited. Or it might be able to get down to it right off the bat, because it shows that you can start with 10 levels. So if that's the case, then woohoo! It won't be, maybe it won't be so bad. But as you can tell in my videos, I don't get real technical with anything. Uh, but it's just the way I play it. I just play the game for playing the game. It just, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of guys out there that know every detail of the game, especially that when it comes to that breeding and stuff like that. They spend I don't know how many hours doing that. Here's where the cave is. And I started off with the pickaxe and decided I needed to make room, and then turned around, went back to using the pickaxe, and it dawned on me I had the jackhammer, which I'm here to tell you is a gold mine, especially when it comes just, as far as me, it's only worth using getting stone, uh, because of the wear on it and the fuel costs, getting the nodes and stuff. I'm pretty sure you can probably mine something real quick, but you're going to have to spend titanium to constantly repair it and constantly refuel it. But, they probably work in mine, a huge mine. It's got tons of resources in it, like that one over in the Arctic. I think it comes out in 2 places in the desert, but that thing has got hundreds of freaking nodes in it. You can probably use it there to hurry up and get through it, but you can see here I got quite a bit of stone. I'm going to keep all that. I make so much concrete. Then we'll go in and we'll get our exotic out of here real quick. But you see here, I gotta deal with these freaking bees. Man, I hate the bees. Such a pain in the butt. You got to time it just right when by not looking at them. If you constantly look at them, they won't come after you. But yeah, they'll just keep dodging away from you, keep dodging away if you keep looking up at them. But they're chicken, you know what I mean? But yeah, here I am looking around for, again, assuming that it's in the cave because of the guy holding his light in the dark there. And there's the exotics. And I don't know why the the jackhammer wouldn't jackhammer. I don't know whether because it was too close or it just doesn't react with exotics or something. But I do know it works, but it just doesn't seem like it works with the exotics. It was disappointing. I really disappointed myself, falling for that. But you see, I'm turning around looking for anything now. I'm looking for plants and animals, dead carcasses and stuff in here. Got a couple of nodes, platinum. One thing about it, just on this map here, I have seen a lot of platinum uh, deep ore drill, deep ore spots, and of course, it knocks me back into the cave. First, I didn't think it was going to come out. God dang, he finally got through that door. Not when I was even in the Of course, I want to take his pelts. I'm going to make. I think I'm here pretty soon when I get to the other base. I am going to start making all the armor sets and stuff, just to have them in my. I'll probably place the armor dummies out so I can place the armors on them, get them all rigged up, looking good, I'm trying to get rid of that cave sickness and the frostbite, but get all healed up, you know what I mean, from all that non-dodging combat I do. At least this time I wasn't blowing myself up with it, you know. But with that said, my man, here's the end of it. I appreciate y'all watching. Like, subscribe, and share. And be honest with you, man, peace out, man. Y'all have a good one and take care of yourselves.
This should not be here. When the terraforming went south, the temperature up here crashed through the floor. But life finds a way. Interesting. Good work. You cooked it, friend. All in a day's work. If you're aiming to impress Sinatai, I'd say you succeeded. They'll notice this.